Hey, this is Zero at ReviewZoneHD, and I'm bringing you guys a first impressions of Tiger Woods 2014 Masters Historic Edition for the PlayStation 3. Going to be showing you guys the menus in here, some of the new stuff. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it, starting with the negative. There's really long load times, and what's worse, the load screens are really hideous to look at. It's almost like they took non-HD quality photos to use for the loads, which doesn't really make any sense. I mean, you just kind of expect that these loading screen photos to look nice, especially if you have to stare at them for as long as you do on here, and it almost feels like you're playing a Wii non-HD version of the game when I'm looking at those cutscenes. They're just so pixelated, so ugly that I had to bring that up just right off the gate. Now the spoken audio in the training tutorial is all jacked up, and here's a short sample of it.
Your golfer, 18-time major champion Jack Nicklaus, on the tee to show off his go-to fade shot.
And the audio seems to pop and crackle on occasion. It doesn't happen a lot, but I did notice it on the main menu, including what you just listened to. I have no idea how that passed through the testing for this game, but that's a bit of a bummer. Now, speaking of the music, I know this is golf and it doesn't need rock or rap or anything hardcore like that because of the peaceful nature of the sport, but the music on here is so soft that you could literally fall asleep listening to it. And no, that's not me being overly picky. It's just way too mellow even for golf, which I don't know how that's possible, but it is. Another negative is there's not enough environmental noise when you're playing. It's whisper quiet on the night courses, but even in the daytime the sound just isn't that good. When you're doing a tournament, there's some clapping like you would expect, but the audio just doesn't sound that good like you would expect it to on here. The ocean, the birds, any and all of it just doesn't sound realistic. That's my opinion of it. The graphics didn't blow me away. Some of it seemed a bit hazed over, and the courses just didn't look as crisp and vibrant as you would expect it to. The grass looks a bit shiny in some parts and dull in others. The cutscenes after the hits are really nice, but I did notice some choppiness in the frame rate on a few of them, so I'll be sure to keep my eye on that as I'm playing. The game overall just felt like it was a little laggy when just sorting through the menus and loading onto the next course. The night golfing was as cool as I thought it would be. That was the biggest selling point with why I decided to pick up this year's Tiger Woods. And I haven't played any of the previous Tiger Woods since 2010. Before then, I used to play them every single year. Every year on release day, I would go up to the store and pick it up, but I stopped buying them because I felt like they were starting to rip you off with the amount of courses that came with the game, and they were pretty much shipping out half-completed games and asking you to pay a fortune on day one to complete the rest of the courses. In fact, when Tiger Woods 11 released, I was pretty vocal on a few different forums about this issue because they actually took courses that were already in Tiger Woods 10 and they removed them for the release of the upcoming Tiger Woods 2011, and they asked you to pay $6 or $7 per course that they took out. Now that really pissed me off to the point that I not only quit buying Tiger Woods, but I also stopped buying Madden. The last copy of Madden that I have is from 2010. But a month ago I was flipping through my Game Informer magazine and I saw the Tiger Woods preview, and it's the magazine with The Witcher 3 on the front, but in the article it says the game ships with 20 courses on the disc, which it claims is the most in the history of the series. That sold me on rebuying this game after not purchasing 11, 12, and 13, but that article was a bit confusing for a few different reasons. Number one, I'm counting 26 courses on this disc. Now I do have the Masters Historic Edition. Maybe it comes with a few more, I'm not really sure. Maybe some of you guys at home that have the standard can look at this screen and tell me how many you have on your disc. But more importantly, number two, I thought Tiger 10 had 27 courses on it. I guess I'll have to go back and recount that later this week, and I'll address that in the review once I figure it all out. But the Masters Historic Edition, it costs $10 more than the standard, and when I was in GameStop tonight, I noticed there was a display for the game that said you can purchase 14 more courses for $40, which that breaks down to a little less than $3 per course. Now I'm totally cool with that. If you can get 40 courses for around $100 total, then that's at least reasonable compared to what they have been doing in the past. It still kind of sucks, but I mean 26 courses that comes on this disc is an awful lot in my opinion. I mean, you shouldn't get bored with 26 courses anytime soon. But this week I know I want to do a comparison video or two showing the differences in the graphics between Tiger 10 and 2014. I may do a video discussing the new features, maybe show some online play. If any of you have any requests, just post them in the comments today or tomorrow and I'll see what I can do. After this week I probably won't be covering this title anymore, so be sure to get your requests in now if you have any. Or if you just have a question about the game, just post it below and I'll see if I can answer it. That's pretty much all I have for this video. This is Zero at ReviewZoneHD, and thanks for stopping by.